From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff working right. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Charlotte, 64, win.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Woods. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 5, 6, 5.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the back.
Hey, check.
Catch it. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Check safety.
Williams. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Hey, check.
58 to my...
Hey, high 7.
Now it's locked. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Check out.
Here I come.
On first down, Moore. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tighten up.
Second down, this is Wilson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
On third down, here's Williams. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Protein spill.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Diablo 7.
Down. 60 or.
I got you, punk. Mike's 50, Mike.
Second and 6. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now they try the right side here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
17 yards. First down, Mexico City.
You ready?
52. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Check Nick.
80 weapons. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 5. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Let's go. 8, read.
Let's go.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and goal at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
Second and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's third and goal.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are able to regain the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Off of play action. Love. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. Finding Gabriel complete. A good pickup there at 22.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They'll run on 1st down. Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 21-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Wide, get wide.
Check.
Strong right.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Wide, baby! 11 feet. Hey, turn it up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We play to win. Let's go!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jamal Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check.
X3, 218, chopper. Let's go.
2nd and 1. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. They go play action here on first down. With a catch made by Johnson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
60 outlaw. Blue draw Porter. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. 11Z.
Now Locke finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
On first down, it's Moore. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
They'll run it with Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
You ain't doing nothing today. 12. Doing nothing today. Hey, Charlie.
From the 45 on second down. Luck. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run on first down. Moore, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Bandit. Slam.
Williams. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Luck. And he finds Penny. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Check out. 580. I'm coming. 53 the mic. 53.
Come on.
He can't hang.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
On first down, Love. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback is going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
First and 10.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Eleven. Hey, seam six.
Play action, it's Locke. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
64, weak. Check. Crack down.
Sit.
Gone. Snap.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back now in Arlington as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ready up.
50 minus 50. I don't even know why this team.
Protein spill.
Check.
Deep grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
80 weapons. Switch it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Shoot. 2nd and 10. And Woods has it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
6-6, pull it high.
36.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Say. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Recon, 132 fighter. Now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Topper! Hey, exit.
Check 25, check 25. 12. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
To throw is Love. Looking deep for Julio. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it
Pilot, 64, weak.
15. Out.
11Z. Hey, wahoo.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
I'm not ready. 12.
From the gun, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. What?
Protein spill. Sit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
In your face.
Luck going to throw it. And the catch good. It's Eifert. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll take over.
Let's go.
Down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call it?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
6-6, pull it high. Hey.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Here we go.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Victory